Yo, people,
Yeah.
much love to you. What's up? Welcome
Hello,
back
hello.
to the live here once again. You already know what it is, building a $100 million pipeline in 30 days, but oops, we already crushed that. $143.5 million in the pipeline in literally 14 days. So that's pretty freaking dope. And obviously, you guys have heard that we're doing the boot camp this weekend. Super excited for that. Today, we are literally just going to get straight to the action. It's going to be a lot of building. We have a lot of stuff to do for our own internal deal sourcing. We have some operations deep dives to do. We have some negotiations and offers to put out there, as well as preparing all of the assets for the seller journey and making sure that literally when you guys join the boot camp, we are going to hand you this system already ready out the box. So we're just like cleaning up some stuff and making sure that it's already, going back through everything, dotting the I's, crossing the T's, whatever. First things first, super exciting announcements from Go High Level. We do love them over there because we use a lot of Go High Level systems and we're pretty goated with it. So I'm going to let Harrison and Sam kind of share some about the updates that they're excited about. And again, today is going to be a deep work session. So you might hear us quiet for some moments because we're locked in. You might hear us like super excited or putting together strategy for some moments, and we'll just kind of let this thing rip. But we got an hour and a half for you, so let's get straight into it. Much love to you. Thank you for being here. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, drop a comment. Leave something in the chat or drop a comment under this video if you're watching later, and we will address that. Much love to you. Let's rock. Okay.
Let's rock.
Yeah. Level up day, is that what it's called, Harrison?
I think so, yeah. I went one year and it was exciting. It was pretty good.
You went back in the day though, right?
I went 3 years ago, I think, yeah. So
Okay.
I went the year they were announcing like big calendar stuff. So it was like, guys, we got calendars. I was like, wow, all right.
That's crazy.
Oh
and then
God.
now what? Yeah.
And now they're just doing like I was a little underwhelmed. It was a lot of UI updates. And there was some cool stuff. There was a few things I was hoping for that didn't come through, but some big things nonetheless. To me, I think the two big ones were a new website AI and the new automation like a UI for it's kind of, and the way like they also have a cool conversations AI workflow manager as well. So
Right.
I actually haven't played with them too much, but let me pull some up. But Sam, what would you see?
Yeah. I saw a lot of cool things that they're doing with conversation AI, making it a little bit more robust. They finally are starting to implement their knowledge base. But it's at the end of the day, for me, I love Go High Level. Some of the cool things I saw, further competing with school, Go Collab. Like I haven't really liked Go Collab's UI or its functionality, but when you add in recurring webinar event series, that could be hosted within my Go High Level. So like all of these videos that we make could turn into just webinars that are reoccurring that people could just go. The boot camp turns into a reoccurring webinar that we don't have to show up to, that people just get snapshots, version management. That's really cool. We could like have multiple snapshots. I see that for the app as well, or other functionality if that's possible.
Yeah.
I remember you talked about the custom objects opportunity association. So now like for Lance,
that was the whole problem, was that
right.
he wanted to have opportunities tied to objects that could be tied to, that there could be multiple of tied to a contact. And we had this conversation like on the live last week, and we're like, sorry, can't do that. So that is something now. He, instead of having a pipeline, he would upload objects, tie the objects to contacts, and then the objects could have an opportunity. So that's pretty cool.
That is real cool. And tied in with conversational AI, robust now. Now the context that the AI will be able to have to talk about multiple properties with an agent is crazy, and understand how long each one of those properties have been on the market, et cetera, et cetera. So, and then Go Collab, being able to go live on Go Collab.
Going
Like
live
we
is
could
cool.
be in a Go High Level native app and doing these lives within the community
Yeah.
that you don't have to pay for because you're already paying for Go High Level.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something to think about, everybody here too. YouTube is a great platform, of course, building community, and they also pay you. But you also have the, like, if we were to go live for people who are paying for a community,
Yeah.
why not just within a Go High Level native app? Those are the things that kind of stood out to me initially, just from what my like quick scroll through.
Yeah. A few other cool ones that are just kind of like little supplemental things is an external tracking script. So any external forms that you might be using, you could put a script in, and any data from that form will automatically be put in, which is kind of cool. They updated more with the tasks. You can now tie tasks to objects, tasks to different things, like to objects and multiple contacts, I think. But here, let me bring up the new and improved automation workflows, which look kind of cool. And I gotta find a.
And it's didn't they change it to natural conversation to workflow now? Like you can tell a workflow to be built, and it'll build it for you.
Yeah. Which I feel like N8N is actually coming out with that as well. I've played with some of the N8N chats in the past, and I have my doubts on whether or not AI is going to come for people like us in the short term. Of like, we have some workflows that I don't think AI as it is right now could fully understand the scope of what we're trying to do. And if we just say like, hey, build me an outreach workflow, I don't think it would like completely envelop everything that we can do. So we'll see as time goes on, but I think at least as builders, we're a little safe for now. Threads is now on social media calendar, which is interesting.
Yeah, that's
and then I'm trying to go to the conversation AI. They now have like, I'm actually not sure where it is. I thought it was the new automation look, but they have like new. I just turned it on. But
it's like a conversation tree.
Yeah, it's like ManyChat. So now you can connect to TikTok comments, which is cool. So and
That's
I think
really good.
yeah. So comments on a video for TikTok is pretty cool. So we can do like, hey, comment system below and do that.
Oh, that's
So they're kind of coming from ManyChat in that stem. Like
finally, because that was the one thing that they didn't have.
Yeah. So I'm actually not sure where the conversation flow is. I haven't played with it yet, so I thought it would be here, but it's not. So we'll find out. And then the other thing I heard about was in websites, you can add any other funnel or any other landing page or website, and then it will use AI to copy it. So that's pretty cool. Like high-level websites have their limitations, but like they're free to host, and you can build as many as you want. So like they have their place. I think Lovable is easier for like landing pages now, but if we can just be copying like quick landing pages that only take like 30 minutes to put up, it could be pretty cool. So yeah, some good updates.
Yeah, that's nice to hear. Because I just get more excited for the entire AI content engine machine that we're creating.
Yeah,
right. Because now
I think we're safe.
Crazy.
Yeah, I think we're safe with that for a while. I don't think high level will come for that as a feature for a long time. So,
and by the way, now with Key.ai API, you can make videos with Sora with cameos. So what is cameos? Is basically like in the Sora app, you can create a profile, and then you can just, for example, Sam Altman that is out there, right, in Sora. You can just reference his cameo, and it will create videos based on his cameo. This will enable us what? Well, Sora wasn't available to just generate image like videos from like humans. So now we can make videos from like real humanistic profiles. So that just enables us like a lot of stuff.
So we're gonna have Sam Altman be slinging our stuff.
Oh.
I think Jake Paul as well. That was the other one I heard who gave his likeness. So,
And at the end of the stream, we have to focus on updating the snapshot and doing the stuff that we're required. But I also want to run like one test. Well, not test, like run one time the entire multi-agent autonomous editing system.
Is it ready right now? Like, do you already have a clip to load into it?
Yes, do. I just have to put it into key. Yeah.
So I don't know if we've gone into. I feel like we've talked about it before, but Enrique built a full system from start to finish of being able to take a long form video like this, split it out into viral clips, and then put graphics on top that are related to what is happening in the clip. And so
and post it on like all the channels automatically.
And post it. So I think what we're working on today is the managing part of that, and a UI for being able to like see the video, approve it, schedule it, and maybe editing, like be able to edit the video by prompt, but that might take more time.
Would I break the smart send review, or which one is it?
Smart send review?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Because I saw some updates on the one that was published. Because Trey John is in it too. AI inactive. I like that little button.
I added that just for ease.
But it seems like everybody's names are in here. Like even people that
Okay, I want to get to showing something or doing something. So if somebody's working on something interesting or just relevant in any capacity, if you want to share your screen, or
let me share my screen.
Yeah, cool. That's fine.
So I'm gonna run the system from scratch. I have a video that I uploaded to my YouTube on not listed, so we can use that as the reference. Let me share my screen, and I'm gonna use this time also to record. All right, people, so we are continuing the flow. We switched to the stream that I talk and I mentioned to you guys. So can you see my screen? Yeah. Okay, cool. I added to the dashboard, Harrison, this great post piece.
Yeah.
Just for like to start. That's it.
Perfect.
I'm just gonna upload the reel, like the long form. Okay. And okay, so when I push the button here, it's gonna send it to this engine here that turns the long form into short form. But we also have like an LLM that just analyzes the entire short details that we get and chooses the 3 best clips and it ranks them. So I'm just gonna push it through. And we can see an execution going through. There you go.
Oh, pretty exciting.
Oh, let me just explain a bit more. Then like at the time this is done, is going to be sending everything to another engine. The other engine is just taking those clips and exporting them. It's just taking the clips that, like the most viral clips, and turn them into like a real short. Then when this is done, I will show you guys the next step. But let me just take a look at the execution. Oh, it takes like 5 minutes though. It's kind of boring, but I think I can share a bit more details about the multi-agent. So the multi-agent is just when the short form piece is done, is going to go through a process of transcribing the audio. So it's going to grab the entire audio of the short form and is going to break it down into basically understanding all of the timestamps on when each word was like mentioned, right? So if I was saying I like going to the beach, I like has a distance, right? Based on milliseconds. So this is just grabbing those milliseconds, centiseconds, and just getting that information. So with the creative director here, we can notice how and where to position the specific B-rolls that we want to generate. And then the execution prompt engine is just breaking down the specific B-rolls, the presets that the creative director just chose, right? And then from at this point, we're gonna have that ready, and then we're gonna execute the other engine that is gonna be the motion presets. This motion presets engine is just making the motion presets, like the name. It's creating the image, and then we are making that image turn into a video. Yeah. Now, when this is done, we are storing everything in Supabase, and then we are here waiting 10 minutes just to wait for the process to end. Then we grab all the presets that we created with motion, then we pass it to the editing engine that figures out what is going to be the best way to position and follow the instructions from the agents before to edit the video. That's it. Hopefully it wasn't confusing.
I think it's great.
And even if it was confusing, it all works. So it doesn't even really need to be understood for it to still just produce magic.
Yeah.
This is baller. This is super dope. So
And
how
like
long will
Sam
it take?
says,
Sorry, how long will it take for us to see the final video? But also, what did Sam say?
well, we have a 5-minute wait here. We have 2-minute wait here. We have 10-minute wait here. So we add that up, 17. And then for all the automations to process, I will say 20, 25 minutes to get all the 3 short form pieces. from the long form.
And
It can be more.
do we have any plans to like automate because right now I know you have to drop a link so you have to upload it to YouTube first, I'm assuming, and then we copy that link and put it in the thing. Is there any anticipation to like automate that middle step there of like we automatically see, oh, this, you could import this video into the content engine and get it created, just like a easy yes or no? Like, I don't know, maybe we get some sort of notification and then we can just hit yes on it and it does it. Is that on the roadmap, or I'm just curious?
Yeah, that was in my mind. Yes, that is on the roadmap. I was doing some research and basically Clap, the API that I'm using for long form to short form, it just allows either YouTube and also another like other platforms that are for storage, but the most convenient one is basically YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So what I want to be doing is, okay, this is my webhook that I just been using for all the Fathom recordings. So this is where all the Fathom recordings, when they end, they go through this webhook. And we can see here that I have the recording playback URL. This recording playback URL, well, this one here, the share URL. Now, the next step will be downloading that specific video coming from that URL.
So it automatically takes the Fathom recording, uploads it to YouTube. Once it's uploaded to YouTube, there should be like another trigger that shows like a new video just got uploaded, and then that it goes notification to whoever it needs to go to, and it's just like, yes, I want to put this into the content engine.
Yes, I think that's going to be the idea. Do you have any other input, Harrison?
Yeah, I think if we can just have like a way to approve and schedule and edit, I think that's all we really need.
Cool.
Which I think we have the approve and schedule part down. I think we need to change the right now like the way I set it up was using OAuth to like for all the posting, but which for outside users we can still use that, but for us it's easy, we can just use that one API.
Yep.
We don't have to worry about OAuth, but we can just be posting it to Instagram and Threads or Instagram and TikTok and probably YouTube Shorts.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can see here that we just got the URL from my video. So if we just open it. Okay. Interesting, the positioning. So now that this is done, this is executing the multi-agent piece. And this is going to be running for like, is this piece here? This is going to be running for, I guess, 15 minutes. It's not, I guess, yeah, like 15, 20 minutes. So, yeah, that was like a quick run through this.
During this 15 minutes, I'm very curious, Harrison. I was talking to you about the Smart Send review. What do you think the best way is to go about that?
What do you mean by Smart Send review? Which one was that?
The human in the loop step. I was sending you some messages about it. It was like to split it. Is it would be the sign-in method, or I wish Lovable had an API.
So
This is something we could probably share too.
What do we?
'Cause-
Sorry, when you talk about smart send, are we talking about like the human in the loop?
Yes.
And so you're talking about like being able to see just what's for that account.
Yes.
So it should already be doing that. Because we just have to add the URL parameter. So I was just going to add it into the custom menu link.
Right.
So if you click up by the slash in the middle, if we want to just do ours, let me message you. So type in location ID, which is a lowercase l. Here, let me just say this. So I just sent it in the chat. Put that in there.
The whole thing.
What's the? I
Yeah.
have a quick question in the chat from Peter. Thank you, Peter. What's
Oh,
happening?
wrong one.
Peter says, I am new at this and it's a newbie question, but this is a really great question, Peter. What's the cost of running something like this on a monthly basis? I'm assuming he's talking about the content engine because that's what we were just working on.
Great question.
So,
But wait. Do I have to go to it?
Yeah. And then put in that same thing again.
Okay, so it was Peter.
yeah, how much does this thing cost?
Okay, let me share my screen. It is a great time to use.
Still seeing it.
I think I have a document.
On sent?
Let me just pull it up. Boom.
Are you saying on sent? Maybe I didn't filter on sent.
Okay, it is.
Ending, yeah.
Pending is working, but not the sent. Here.
So I'm seeing like
There you go. So, okay, these are the prices for creating an image and creating a video. Let me just use my. Let's just talk to Claude, honestly.
What are you trying to calculate?
I want to be able to calculate the cost per image, the cost per video, also the cost per turning the long form to short form, and the cost for. There's a lot of pieces. I haven't done the math yet. That was like my next move.
All right, how about
But,
we can just table it because we also have to calculate like those Anthropic API keys too.
Yeah,
I know that's, like,
Anthropic.
its own thing. So,
Yeah.
Peter,
The thing is,
We'll do
the cost of hiring someone to do all this for you it will be more than the cost of having AI do it.
Yeah,
Fine.
it's not more than you can get a clip for 80 cents, basically.
pretty baller.
That's pretty.
Clip
Even if you call it just a flat dollar, like you're gonna pay someone way more to go and edit all your stuff, clip it, find images. So
I was thinking about this. If we're doing like let's call it 80 or 30 pieces of content per week, or for even easier math, 25 pieces of content per week, 100 pieces of content per month, and it costs us $1 for every piece of content. We just spent $100 on content creation, editing, and posting. So this is like literally the role of a full-time video editor who, if they were doing 30 pieces of content, typically on the lowest end, they're charging like at least, and this is like absolute low end, like $20 to $30 as if you're going dirt cheap. Like even cheap is $50 per video, right? I know this because we just had
And
to,
you
we
can
just had to
show
pay
the
for it.
result also.
Yeah. So this is like
And refresh,
difference.
Sam.
Huge. This is about
I'm about
50
to check.
times cheaper than the alternative.
Pretty cool.
And that's on the low end. That's not even getting something good.
Yeah, I had to negotiate down to get videos edited for $50 a video, and those are ad videos, right? That are like 60 seconds, and I still was paying $50 a video, and that was after negotiating. So,
Ooh,
yeah,
this guy wants to exit their business this year.
boom.
Boom.
Cool. I don't even know. The weird company called Dale. Oh,
How much
can't
content
find
we're
this page.
You said Enrique, you said we're going to be doing 30 pieces of content per week each.
Per week.
Which
Each.
at least 4 of us, like bare minimum, there's going to be 4 of us doing this.
Plus our UGC influencers.
Plus we'll have AI creators running this too. That's going to be a slightly different cost though, because we're also using AI avatars at that point. So we're going to be doing, but still, it's video generation. So really, it's not going to be a crazy difference. We just have to create a video instead of importing it from Fathom. But 30 pieces of content.
And by the way,
each of us 120.
It can be way cheaper now with the Cameo stuff. So we can create an AI avatar on Sora, and we can use their Cameo to create like the actual content on
Yeah, we need to make fame.
And you're talking about this is Cameo, right? The like requesting thing. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So for example, if I put myself on the Sora app, you can create content about me.
Yeah, I'm already on there. You guys got my likeness if you want it. Actually, I think I made. I don't know if I made it that I'm cameoable, but.
So we can pay you to go break up with people, and
If you want me to, I'll send that breakup letter straight to their DMs.
yeah.
Hey,
Right.
I'm reaching out on Sam's behalf.
LOL.
This relationship can no longer continue on the trajectory that we.
I don't want
anticipated.
to. I don't want to like out people yet, like the people who we're meeting with and stuff like that. But Trey John,
Yes, sir.
check WhatsApp.
Okay. Secrets. Let's see. We don't keep many secrets, but there's the occasional. Holy shit. Got a few.
Cold book.
I think is this for like an intro call to see?
That's who I was just talking about. That said that they wanted to exit their business this year.
Oh.
Cool. I dig it. I like the niche.
You've seen his you've seen his stuff. You haven't seen his stuff?
I'm about to see it right now. He has
No,
one of those faces.
Instagram though.
Like
I've been seeing his ads.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm seeing like different dudes. Let me just scroll back up to his username. I'm looking at his LinkedIn right now. Some of the people I see on his LinkedIn, like I do see a couple familiar faces.
I don't have any.
Anyways, that's fun.
Cool.
Let's talk to him. And say what's up.
Let me talk to him.
So yeah, this content engine is just like one of the things. It's great to be working with this like team specifically because we have the capacity to have several initiatives and projects moving forward at the same time. Whereas if any of us were doing this independently, like this for this content engine, this could be a whole business in its own right. Like we could scrap everything else and just rip the AI content creation space and absolutely like dominate. And that would be cool. But looking at the scale of our biggest opportunity, which is buy, scale, sell 100 AI powered businesses, that turns something that is productized and can be its own business into just an incredible value add as part of our delivery mechanism to be able to scale these businesses and prep them for a sale without us having to do a ton more work and still being able to price in right? We can price in all of these other products that we have to our full service delivery, and it just means we can multiply people's investments by a ton. Like it costs us $500 to create like almost 500 pieces of content in a month. Well, usually you could go pay a content agency like $20,000 to do something like that, or we can just price it into our model and you got it. Wahoo!
Yeah.
Sweet. $20,000 is actually probably cheap. 500 pieces of content, yeah. Sorry for that. $20,000 maybe, if again you negotiate really well. Up to
I'm about to refresh this, and then put it back
the
in.
human loop.
Yeah. So where do I start? Do I start with the BQH or just the question mark?
Question mark. So, yeah. If we're just putting this into, if we're just like putting it into their custom menu links, then this is okay. We can look at making it more secure and then doing like a login. They have to like log into it. But for now, this is easy. For the dashboard though, which will only be accessible through the high level sub account, we can just do the custom menu link URL parameter, and then that's easy enough.
Oh shoot! I didn't even email this guy.
We should also put emails into there as well.
Yes, please. And then after we get that fully functional and the outreach workflow snapshot updated, then we can work on the UI, like how it looks aesthetically. And I won't break it.
Sure.
All right, so I'm just going to run back through what our do-outs are from the technical side of things, at least to prep for Saturday, just to kind of realign the focus for a moment. We need to update Snapshot. That needs to obviously be the pipeline updates and the rest, just to make sure everything is flowing smoothly. Enrique needs to have just a clear step-by-step process of what onboarding looks like, and like the initial experience of people using the app, so that he can put that into a Miro board, and I can use that in the boot camp this weekend. Part of updating the snapshot includes adding the AI research workflow on intro call appointments being scheduled. So intro call appointment scheduled, that triggers the automation and go high level, and then also activating the N8N AI research. Also updating the N8N AI research to have that Google SERP API in it. Then that should be all of our functional stuff for the app, and then it's just the UI with the human in the loop step on the front. Does that sound right?
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that sounds right.
just let me break this down. So
all we have to do is all we have to make sure that's straight is the AI outreach step, just the beginning part.
The pipeline.
Yeah, the pipeline part. That's it from the snapshot perspective.
pipeline, and then Enrique already added the
Yeah.
tracking one, and then on appointment outreach
Yes.
research,
Yeah. On.
Yeah.
and then before appointment conversation research. That's where
I would. Well, okay. So, in that, does that cover just in case there's like a more conversation like after appointment scheduled and before
Yeah.
the actual show up? Cool.
Yeah. So maybe we make a little UI for that. So it just shows, so you can so you can see their conversation, kind of get a summary, and also get like company research.
Yeah, we could also, I mean, if you want to keep it simple to start, we could just drop that stuff inside of the notes on Go High Level, and then later we can do And I mean, unless you just want to spin up the UI real quick, but notes are also fine. Everybody's going to be inside of Go High Level anyways. If the notes are there, then that's
Sure.
good.
Yeah, the notes can get confusing though. It could be cool with the UI. I could spin something up as well once that.
Yeah, as
is
long as the
built.
Supabase backend is set up, because that means we're going to have to add another column in Supabase for AI research and I guess a conversation summary. That way we can display it on the front
That
end.
can just be the AI, or that can just be the API showing the
Yeah.
conversation. But the company research would have to be there, which we're already adding into the leads database. But the company research would probably be a little different than the lead research.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I'll trust.
But
I'll
the
trust y'all to figure
infrastructure
it out.
the infrastructure's already built, so it shouldn't be difficult anyway that we want to spin it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the main thing I would say is that outreach workflow, and then from there it's just making things pretty.
Yeah. Which
Isn't on.
so yeah. So the updates, the snapshot are those three things:
Yeah.
outreach, workflow, and then the pipeline updates that Enrique sent yesterday, and then appointment booking, company research.
Yep.
And then Enrique, let's pop off at some point and
If you want to do it now.
let's do it.
Oh, you
Cool.
guys
Yeah.
just want to leave us already? I'm just kidding. Please do. Appreciate that.
Even though I know Peter over there he wants to see everything, but in all due time, Peter will.
I will join back before they end the meeting.
Yeah.
But send me
That is-
an invite so I can put my Fathom in there too.
So stick
Oh,
around
sick,
to
yeah.
the end of the stream, because Enrique will pop back in and you'll get to see that that content engine actually produce something super dope. I'm
Yeah.
excited to see that also.
Probably been like 10 minutes right now. How long has it been?
It's
been-
been a cool 20.
Yes. Let me see.
Yeah.
I got stuck on a AI editing engine.
I'll just say this now. If you pop back, I mean, don't go anywhere. Hang out with us though. But if you do go somewhere and you still want to see the content engine final result, if you jump back in at like 1:20 p.m., so maybe in like 40 minutes, you'll get to see that content engine in action.
Yeah.
All right. Seller resources. I just created the bio for Finn. Finn is our director of business opportunity. She's the one who does all of the
Heck yeah.
research and schedules the appointments with business owners who are interested in growing or selling their business. And she will have a LinkedIn and Instagram, all that stuff. This is our AI. She's our AI partner. I feel like I don't know what we're gonna call the AI influencers yet, but
AI creator,
AI creator.
like our creator.
She's
Flankers.
flankers.
That's been thrown around.
What's Finn's physique?
What's Finn's what?
Physique? Like, how does it look like? Or
You know,
Oh,
we're
we're
probably
talking physique now.
yeah. We're probably gonna go with the. I mean, y'all already know what converts. We'll probably go with something that's high converting.
like a blonde girl?
Yeah, older 20s, blonde. I mean, that's about enough. I don't know eye color yet, but we'll figure it out. But yeah, older 20s, blonde, semi-professional, professional enough that like she's come from the consulting background and the business analyst background. She has some experience in investment banking, you know. So one of those like women's blazers, but not totally buttoned up, you know, like oh, I got the blazer on, but I'm not pretentious. That's the kind of feeling we want to get. And then the content is going to be like, these are some of the conversations we're having with business owners, and these are some of the common patterns that we're seeing. Hey, I did this market research, and this is what I found about like the trajectory of this specific market. These are some easy wins for business owners who are looking to prepare their business for an exit. Here's exactly the results that we got working with this specific industry implementing this 4-quarter system. Here's just a little update of that. So everything, so she's going to be business owner facing, and everything about just like doing the research to really understand what is the right opportunity for these owners and how to develop a strategy to execute on. That's the kind of stuff that she'll talk about.
Cool.
Pretty sweet.
So when people look up, hey, who's this Finn from Infinite that is, wants to meet with me about, if I want to sell my business, they can go look her up on LinkedIn and they'll see, oh, all she does all day is research market opportunities, and she's going to give me like the exact path forward that I need. Okay, perfect. That's the experience we want people to have.
One thing I had added into this content like generation frame, like kind of system, was you can drop in articles and Instagram posts and just like LinkedIn posts, and then at the end of the week it takes all of those and then makes it combines them into posts and then inputs them out as well.
Like
so we
remixing.
So we can all just like kind of collectively add into Finn, and then she'll make posts on whatever stuff we're thinking about.
There you go.
I like
as well as our own.
And that becomes the content vault also, which we will be giving to all the partners who work with us. So if you want to hang out in these co-working sessions, if you want to join these lives with us whenever we go live, if you want to literally buy and own companies with us, you'll also, just as a nice little perk, get access to this content vault where we just have content being spit out. High value, high leverage, and just ready to rip. Ready to rip.
Yep.
Heck yeah.
Wait, before you leave, Harrison,
Yeah.
have you tried the high-level desktop app yet?
I never got the email.
Oh,
Did
You
get an
never
email?
did?
I got
Yeah,
it,
I got the email.
Where'd you get it from?
I got it
Like,
from product.
product, yeah.
Let's see if I have it now.
They sent
They-
it like
they
right
said it
after
to-
I signed up.
Yeah, immediately.
Here, send me forward me that email or something.
Okay, bet.
So Go High Level just dropped a desktop app, and the big
Oh,
announcement
weird! I did
is-
get it, but it.
Oh, you did get it? It went into like
I
product
got, but
or
it,
like promotion?
yeah, I like went to marketing or something.
What is the value of having a desktop app instead of?
I don't know.
Well,
I can see it running faster, and
Yeah.
I would be interested if there was like further things we could automate on it, but I don't know.
Self-host, go high level.
Yeah,
oh shit.
they would never. They would never.
No,
They're
zero
making too much
chance.
money. Okay, actually, so I just downloaded it. All right, we'll have to try it out.
All right.
I think the one thing would be like you can get desktop like notifications.
Oh yeah, true. That is.
So
kinda
that could be nice.
Cool.
So
Cool.
interesting.
cool. Okay.
It's beta though, so don't be too
Snotty.
excited. Yeah.
All right.
Ooh.
It's easy to be snotty. You gotta give it time. That's
It's
the thing about high
not-
level. Anytime people are like complaining, they fix it. They do it over time. I feel like they're the craziest like software company I've ever experienced. They just like pump out features. So pretty cool. All right.
All right, see y'all soon.
All right, guys.
Oh yep.
Okay, we'll be back.
Okay, this desktop app is kind of cool.
Okay, I will. I'll go ahead and start sharing what I'm kind of cooking up behind the scenes back here. I know y'all think that I'm just over here talking and chatting, but I'm plugging away at the same time. So I will actually just slide this over here. Boom, boom. Sam, I'll also share my screen. I'm about to do the discovery page. Prep page, so people like to set expectations with sellers before they do the discovery, because I know that's what we were just talking about. So this is we'll keep updating this because we have all of our bios to add to, but this is just a quick little intro page that sets expectations for this welcome call. The welcome calls, the intro calls are super straightforward. It really is just showing up with genuine care, genuine curiosity, and
Oh, I thought we were
hours.
talking about the
We are.
operations deep dive.
We are, which is what I am typing into Claude right now. I'm just giving some context on like
Oh, okay.
this first asset, just because I just finished kind of tweaking it. I have another couple of little tweaks, but one asset. The next asset we are making is going to be the next resource that they get. So after they've done the intro call with us, after they've already signed an NDA and submitted their financials, we're going to do an operations deep dive. So maybe we'll call it discovery. Yeah, we'll call it opportunity discovery call. Or a growth discovery call. Yeah, we'll probably end up calling it a growth discovery call. We're still just nailing in like kind of the branding so we can keep our messaging consistent and start to prime people to expect, okay, if I want to grow, these are the people to grow with. So if we do a growth discovery call, then okay, we've already planted the seeds. We're talking about growth. We're talking about what's going on in your operation, so we can prep you on that path that you want to take. Now, if you want to sell right now, perfect. We can skip the growth stuff. Let's get you sold. If you want to grow, awesome. Now we're in the position to be able to make that growth partner offer and place some CGOs in there. So, discovery call or discovery page. I guess I can also show you guys the chat with Claude, because why not? Now we want to do the discovery page. Okay, so this page is going to be, obviously you already know, but this is the resource we want to send to people to prep for that growth discovery call. We do the deep dive on their operations, whatever we're going to call that, I don't know yet, but maybe a growth discovery call. The point is we just want to set clear expectations for what we're going to cover during that conversation, and I'm going to share some content that we can just use as an example. I'll also give you some transcripts of calls I've already done, or maybe at least a checklist to go over so that we can set those expectations lightly. Just think about if you were a business owner with a multi-million-dollar business and you were interested in either growing, getting investment, or selling, what would you want to see to be able to set the expectations and be prepared for the call with us?
Voiceover speaks description.
Okay. Cool. So I'm going to go into my resource vault. I have some conversations from the past of discovery or offer deep dive calls that we've already done, as well as have some resources from other exit advisors and business exit preppers, M&A advisors, broker. I have a ton of resources. So my goal here is just to distill down to what's the most valuable for that discovery call. During this discovery call, we should be tackling pretty much in order what's going on in their operations. So marketing, sales, onboarding, delivery, retention, general admin work in there. And that's just from the client side, as well as we want to know client concentration and their most, like, what is their revenue streams and their profit, if we don't already know that, as well as I think that's it from the client side. Just how does their process work of serving their clients? Oh, I guess what is their ICP? Who is their ICP? From there, we also want to tackle. Then we'd probably shift into tackling some of the components of how does their team actually operate. So department heads, org chart, what are the daily responsibilities that are already being delegated? How does that communication come back to the owner to be able to make decisions? And that kind of ties into what is the owner spending their day doing? How are the chains of communication being maintained, and is the owner actually having to operate in the business every day, or are decisions in the business functioning without the owner? So that's going to start to tackle the owner dependency a bit. Pretty much we want enough information from this call to be able to prepare an assessment for them that's going to give them their standing of where they're at right now in terms of evaluation, and an operations report to identify key areas of improvement that may be able to increase their value.
While also leaning into their own zone of genius and learning about where they are at and industry specific nuances that they've learned over the years, and how they've like remediated those? Because there's always little weird like sauce. Like if you're a successful business owner, you have your own little sauce on your business. So I want to know what that is, and if it is a standard operating procedure yet, or if that's something that you're still controlling too. And that has to do with like owner dependency, or what would be difficult for someone else to step into this position that you are at, and what would they need to know?
Take over some of the responsibilities. Do they have SOPs in place for everything? How are they managing their data and making informed decisions about the trajectory of the business? And I do have a list here of questions to ask sellers that I'm going to drop real quick that I got as a resource. So just giving Claude all the context so we can spit out something nice. Probably, yes, that one. I want that. I want the discovery call. So this is where we go deep, right? The original discovery call is just going to kind of be a loose, like the intro call is just going to be like getting to know the owner, their motivations, learning a little bit about their family, learning a little bit about their business, like why are we even having this call in the first place? What are their goals? What do they want to achieve? All of that. This deeper dive is obviously going to be a lot more comprehensive, so we can actually provide a valuable assessment of how the business stands today and what their next step would be, whether they want to sell today or grow. That's what's happening. Okay. Boom. Okay. After this call, this is when we would do we should already have their financials back at this point. So, you know, if we have any questions about the financials, this is a great place to ask about that. Just confirming that we've received everything and we're ready to do the assessment. The assessment is when we're actually going to create the valuation and the operations report for the business, so they have all the information they need to be able to understand exactly what the next best step is, and we can do that, right? So they have pretty much two paths, path A or path B. Path A is they're ready to sell right now. Great, we'll introduce them to the best broker or advisor to get them ready to sell and get them listed so that they can get on with that process, and we'll give them all of the assets so that the broker or the advisor already has this complete valuation, and it's going to save a lot of time and get them closer to closing much quicker. If they do choose path B and they want to grow the business more before they are actually ready to sell it, like they have a target number in mind, then we'll also give them the same valuation and operations report, but clearly show what is the roadmap to being able to get to their target number, and we'll be able to outline how we can help them get to that number before we introduce them to a broker and advisor. So the only difference between the two steps is, one is owners are ready to sell right now. Two is, well, they're ready to sell right now or they're ready to get investment right now. Path number two is we're going to come in and increase their value before we introduce them to a broker or an advisor. The value here is obviously they're going to have exact clarity in what their next steps are. They're going to have the full report to be able to make an informed decision, and they will have control of the conversation to be able to choose which path makes the most sense for them. They have the power in this step, and we want to make sure that they feel like they have all the information they need, and they can be confident in their next move.
Well said. I like the context adding there to the future pacing of where we're taking them in the landing page as well, like in the document that they sent, to further, build onto it.
Because at this point, they've already done the intro call with us, and we need to be setting expectations for what the next step is, so they're already pre-sold on it, right? They're already expecting to, after the intro call, they're already expecting to do this offer deep dive. After the offer deep dive, they're already expecting to get the assessment back, and do that assessment review call to explore what their path is. That way, when we show up on that assessment review call, they already know that okay, I'm choosing a path today. And once we get to the end of that, we can set clear expectations based on whichever path they chose. So if they choose path A, right, great. We set expectations for the advisor / broker call they're going to have. So we go schedule that. We set expectations for what that call is going to be like. Hey, we're all going to get together. We're going to see if this is a good fit for you to list. And if you're ready to go, we'll rip it. If you want to go down path B, great. Likely here, we should be ready to make an offer. We should have all the information we needed to be able to make an offer to come in and help grow the business. So it would turn from path A is a very quick conversation, pretty much like 15-20 minutes of reviewing the assessment and then saying, great, path A. Path B is, okay, still the same 15 to 20 minutes of reviewing the assessment. And then if they say, okay, I want path B, what would that look like? We share the 4-quarter system, which actually should already be at that point, we would probably go into the 4-quarter system, how we can transform their business and get them to that valuation. And then once they say, okay, great, yeah, that sounds like what I want to do, we just make our offer. Awesome, well, we'll come in and we'll do it at this price. Our fee will be credited to the success fee of your transaction. So when you sell the business, we just want to get paid based on the growth we're able to create. And you're only going to pay us found money pretty much. Oh, I meant for that to be recorded by Claude, but whatever. Whatever. Should be good. Because we don't need to necessarily set that expectation in that deep inside of this landing page. But let me just ask Claude real quick. Do you have any questions for me? So this is going to be the journey that we take everybody on, whether they have $1 million business or a $50 million business. This is the journey, and it sets clear expectations. The reason for this is because building credibility is not by sharing all of your past. Like, I went to school here and I worked in this industry and I did. Nobody really cares. They want to see that you understand what the path forward is and you are going to do the things that you say you're going to do. So when you set expectations for the intro call and you do exactly what's supposed to happen on the intro call, based on the expectation you set, you just build trust. Then when you send the NDA and get their financials back and you say, hey, we're going to do this operations deep dive call. And then when you show up on that next call, you do an operations deep dive call. You just set expectations, you fulfilled them, you just build trust. When you say, I'm going to get you an assessment within 6 days, I'm going to send you that assessment on day 6. On day 7, we're going to meet. And then you send them the assessment on day 6. And on day 7, you're meeting. You've just built even more trust. So by the time you outline these two paths, path A or path B, and you honor your word, whatever path they take, that's the path you're going to go down with them. You're just building trust at every step by just doing the things that you say you're going to do. You would be so surprised. Literally, you can beat 90% of the market, regardless of what industry you're in, regardless of what offer you're running, regardless of what opportunity you are seeking. You can beat 90% of the market simply by setting clear expectations and living up to those expectations. Just doing the thing that you say you're going to do. And I promise you're going to already be in the top 10% for real.
Let's talk about what levers we are grading this assessment on. Yeah, the value levers.
I can also pull
like
up
on the operational deep dive call. What would the CGOs be having to check off the list of questions that they're asking? Because asking the right questions is definitely the most important thing to build authority here.
Here, I'm gonna send you this resource that I just gave it to Claude, but I'm just gonna send it to you also, because I'm sure you're gonna have your own thoughts about it. But I'll just drop it to your WhatsApp real quick.
Cool.
Boom.
That was a smooth drag. That was a smooth drag out the screen.
I'm nice with it at this point. Getting really good at not exposing shit. I'm actually just gonna put it in the growth partner group so everybody
cool, yo.
And boom.
That's crazy though. You know, I did a little bit of like checking as well, just to make sure that it was like the right contact information and nobody was like trying to, they still could be trying to like, you know, like fake, you know, you don't know. But that'd be very interesting. I'm interested in the conversation tomorrow. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm intrigued. Like, what's going on?
Okay, page name, URL, that's fine. what do we call this in the messaging? Operations deep dive, growth discovery call, business assessment call. That's for later. This would be, I think just operations deep dive is probably fine. What do you think? Operations deep dive for this call or growth discovery call? Okay, well, Sam is muted, so I'm gonna be a big boy and come up with my own.
I don't. I like growth discovery, but I don't think this the resource you just sent me sent correctly.
Oop. What's the problem?
Like it has 7,611 lines.
What the heck?
It came out as like code.
Yeah, that's not right. Sorry about that. Oh, it looks like it just downloaded incorrectly too, or maybe it's because well, I'm not sure. Looks like it didn't download correct though. No, but it definitely should have. Here, 1 second. Files. Finder. File settings. Nope, not the right thing. Damn, it's getting hot in here. Whew! Burning up. Alright, you guys are about to see my awful looking desktop here for a moment. Because I need this tab. Oh no! Now we're back. Alright, inside of my desktop, I have a file with your name on it, Sam. I'll read it to you. Yeah, for some reason everything's just looking fine. Let me just re-download it real quick. I don't know how this happened.
I'm only gonna use the high level desktop now. See how annoying it gets. Because like I could create a shortcut on my keyboard for it too.
Download. Should be saved as. Maybe it's because I don't have the .pdf at the end. Maybe it just didn't know what to save it as. That looks like that was the problem. So it just saved it as like a random text file instead. I've never seen that.
Right.
Yeah. What? Wow. I'm gonna see if I can just rename these other ones and if it'll.
Hello. Don't
Yeah.
want to distract, but do you got a code, Trajan? Or Potato?
Potato. Yes. 338562.
338562.
That's the one.
338562.
338562. You're welcome.
Let me look at this. Okay. Tell me.
So keep in mind that this list of questions is like looking at the intro call. Like this would kind of be an intro call and a discovery deep dive where we have it separate. So they kind of have both processes baked into one, but we obviously don't do that the same way. We do it better. All right, I'm trying to find this. I have the chat up in here.
Is this where you derive the value levers from?
Pretty much, yes. You ask all the questions, and then we should be able to send the transcript over to the AI. The AI will score everything 1 out of 10. If we have 10 value levers, and AI is like ranking everything 1 out of 10, we should end up with a score out of 100, with an explanation for why each one was what. I'm missing the tab. There we go. Okay, cool. We're good. And Sam's having his own conversation with Claude now, so we'll let him rip. I'll keep going here. This is the /discovery page. When do they see this page? After the intro call, when we schedule the deep dive. Do we send it via... We'll send this as prep material sent after they upload their documents, their financial documents, to our secure portal. And we will also send it out 24 hours before the call, so that if they didn't see it from after they submitted their financials, then they can see it the day before the call and review it. You said we should already have their financials. Does this mean we send the financial doc request after the intro call and before? Yes, financial doc happens at the end of intro call. We sign NDA, and when they sign NDA, they get redirected to the financials upload. Then when they submit, they get redirected to the /discovery page. Tone length should be scannable. Yes, it should be scannable. Again, like the welcome page. More detailed. What's the CTA? The CTA is just to prep and just to show up distraction free and ready to explore, unless you can think of something better. The page isn't going to be dynamic, so we can't display the actual like date and time that they booked or anything like that. They are already scheduled, so that's good. Because again, we do that at the end of the intro call, so they should already be scheduled. It's really just, again, like just so you are prepared and you know what to expect on our next call. Okay, that's like the whole vibe. Again, think about this from an owner's perspective. We try to use, straightforward language. I gave you the example of the copy that we use on the welcome page because, again, it's very straightforward, very simple, not crazy. Yeah, we just want to set expectations correctly for this call so we can knock it out and make sure that they see clearly what is the outcome of this call. So like or at least they see clearly what is the value they're going to get by showing up to this call, right? So we just want to make sure that they see that. Oh, I forgot to answer question 6. But by the time discovered, do they know, or is that still revealed in the assessment review call? I really like this. I think it's really great as far as like the information that we're collecting and setting. I should probably also give you our value levers just so you can double check and make sure that like, hey, we internally understand what kind of questions we need to be asking. Obviously, like it to us, it's pretty straightforward, but I still want to document that out like explicitly. Just know that this is a frame of mind. It's not necessarily a script that we're creating. We just need to be able to give people a frame of reference so they know generally what information they need to be collecting, and then they just do that naturally. It's not crazy. It's just asking the right questions. Listening well. We're not going to make that frame of mind yet either, or the script. I'm just giving you some context around the other resources we're about to make in a second. But for this page, I think something that is still going to be important is just like, clearly this is another step of understanding where you're at right now and where you want to go so we can get you there. And they need to be able to see that outcome like well, and that needs to be a tangible thing to understand. Again, like this is why I'm actually going to show up. Oh, that's good. This is where we understand exactly where you are and where you want to go so we can get you there. Why it's called matters. This is another conversation session. That's perfect.
Yeah. They already know some of these things from the intro because like everything's broken down. This is just more color here for the operations deep dive. I want to let them know the exact levers that we'll be focused on. However, like they already know like a little bit of future pacing to like, okay, like this is, we're now conducting the second part of the assessment. And this is what, here's more color on what we kind of alluded to on the intro call.
Okay, so we want to put a value levers section, right?
That's like that's the meat of it. Is just like, here is what we'll be going over, like the value levers of your business. That like that. I don't want to be so too granular there because like the current page that I have. Look, I was talking mean to Claude. I said, go through all that information you have in the knowledge base, then ask me the right questions because it was so wordy. Okay.
What is covered during the call? Maybe don't frame.
Okay. You see, like I wanted it to be a 1 scroll 2 already, but like it's too much here. Like, yes, this is like the stuff that I'm going to be asking and what I want to know, because this kind of like covers like from capital advisory all the way to like selling your business and to help grow your business. But I wanted it just to be essentially like what the value levers, like what we're going to be covering from a high level. Like we don't even have to like talk because, and then what I need you to have essentially, like what to have ready, what's not to worry about. Like perfect answers, approximations are fine. Having everything figured out, gaps are exactly why we're like talking. And then looking back, every business has weaknesses. And then what to have ready, like calculator, or have your financial reports ready, available, customer list with revenue data, list of systems and software you use, honest answers. We're here to help, not judge. Everything discussed company. So just like, okay, go to script, what to expect. But
yeah, I don't really want their customer list. That's like the one thing that I haven't. Like I've talked and asked about everything else, but for some reason, I'm like, what do we really need to see their whole customer list for?
We don't have to see the whole customer list, but we have to know the customer concentration.
Yeah,
because that's so important to, like, where's your customers concentrated amongst your revenue streams? How much of your revenue is dependent on your top 3 clients? Yep. So that's why the customer list is also good to analyze. But that's something we can talk about. Like, just have that in front of you. I don't need it, but we can talk about it.
Yeah. Yep. Yes, sir.
Because like if we're implementing operator, that's a lot of the things that we'll see, anyways.
I just want a simple.
Yeah, simple, easy levers. Like, so getting truly, because I know we have our checklist. We've gone from 18 to 15 to 10 to be clear, but also the 10 is the deep dive that you get once we move forward with you. I'm showing you the top 3 critical ones so you have some value whether we work together or not. Like, this is what you guys look like here. We're going to focus on these 3 on this meeting because these are the strongest ones that we'll focus on, the showing the future pace. And then whether we work together at the end of this or not, I'm giving you this right here. But you don't get access to the other 7, or if we're doing 15, the other 12, unless we work together. And that's why we go deep and probably look at more of the customer list, and that's industry specific as well. Because
that talk track you just gave, are you saying for like the assessment review, you just want to do 3 and then say, do you want to go down path A or path B? You want to sell now? You want to grow?
I know that's tough. Like conceptually, because I want to give you a clear path forward of what you can do right now anyways. Because like already I'm getting you through the door on the long term. Like I'm showing you long term. Like this is what you scored out of everything. Here are the 3 key areas that we would focus on right now.
Yeah.
To get the fastest immediate return.
Yeah,
and then
I like that still.
And then
wait, are you still going to give them the other? So, but the where I'm
no, they don't get the other 7. They don't get the other 7. Like unless we work together.
Like why?
That's when. Because already from a high level assessment, we're not going to be able to dive deep into all of those things unless we're inside. That's like the stuff that gets there when we're inside your business and able to look at everything else. So it's irresponsible of me to focus on certain value levers that I can't fully see or have a full picture on, and then give you advice on those unless I was inside. So that's where the value comes.
Yeah, I see that, but why not the? Because like, what if they choose path A, right? Like, what if they're just ready to sell? Then you're still going to give that assessment over to the advisor or the broker so they can see what's up. So are you going to give the broker advisor the whole 10?
Yes.
But you won't give it to the seller first?
Not if we are working together.
Like not if you aren't doing path B, the growth together, or just not if you're not doing anything. Like what if you're doing path A, they do want to sell now?
No, like if we're they'll get it too.
Okay. So if they choose either path, they'll get it.
Yeah. That's kind of what I was consulted on from what I've seen a little bit from what other people are doing. Like in their case, they track 18 value levers, which is just a little bit wordy because, there's certain things that could be consolidated. And I want to be very clear and concise. And that's why I'm very curious. We actually have a meeting today because, we have a lot of leverage because they're very interested in our systems, but I'm also very interested in their bureaucracy and experience because they run a company called Exit Systems, and they're trying to highlight AI and highlight like automation and what they do for a business, especially in the modern day age. But we have all of that, and their systems aren't as good, just to be frank. So there is a mutual beneficial relationship here, but also I'm gonna invite them to the boot camp so that they can get a full picture and see if they want to rock and roll with us. But yeah, I want to get a little bit more color from him today as well from that process, because that's kind of what he talked about, was saying like whenever he goes into these assessment preps, they're also focusing like long term. Like they have 3-year, 5-year relationships with these companies, and they are showing up to the meeting, and whenever they do their closing calls, they give them a high level report that will focus on only a couple of these value levers, the ones that, sell, right? You know that I have a lot of stuff in the back door, but these are the ones that we're going to focus on right now and get you the fastest return here. And whether you work with us or not, I'm giving you this roadmap so you can go implement it yourself if you feel fit. But if you think that we're the right partners to do it with you, we can do this. And then that's also why the first month is also a little bit more expensive, because we spend so much time on a white glove experience, like mapping out all your processes and everything and building out the clear journey for where we're going to get to your desired outcome.
Yeah. Then this is much more attuned to that now. 10 value levers. Financial viability, diversification, cash flow and cash suck, recurring revenue, happy customers, unfair advantage, upside potential, repeatable processes, employee-centric risk, owner-centric risk.
Hold up. Stay right there.
Yep.
I'm going to see what I've got to. Cool. That's like, yeah, what we'll cover. This will uncover your strengths, opportunity gaps. So if anyone else stepped in, the clearer picture we get, the better assessment your assessment will have. So profit margins, financial health. Okay, we already have financial visibility. Like we already got your finances. So like we already got your finances, so that's not what we're going over here. So like maybe not highlighting that, like saying, okay, this is where we started. This is like where we're at. Maybe like a little quick diagram, like saying, we got intro, we got the financials. Here's the next step. This is what we're going over in this step.
So what is it? Because now we have two options. It's either the operational stuff, which is the first list I had, right? We'll go over your marketing, your sales, your yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. Or the value levers, which is the conversation on the call is going to be the same either way. We're still going over marketing, sales, and the rest, blah, 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 blah. But it's just about how we're reframing it here. So
exactly. And I'm going back and forth in my mind. So, because like I said, like I'll pull up mine because I'm wanting to change it up because I wanted to get aligned here. My thought process here was from Google. My thought process here is like, okay, what to expect on like what we're about to go over here. But I'm thinking now, if I go to like strategy confirmation, like this was like the intro, I'm gonna change the name. Of course, what to expect, your current situation, what happens next. So they're at here. This is what's happening next. So the next call is this, and I'll probably have to change up the copy here. So full clarity, what buyers will pay premium for, with limiting value, what exact moves position yourself for maximum exit or growth. So it's like that's why I condensed it to 3 stages, just so it's clear. So on this, it would be like step 2, growth discovery, what to expect. And then go over like, this is where we're going to talk about. Like we already have your financials. Maybe something saying, if you haven't seen your financials, please go to our secure document portal and enter them here. And then the rest of what the 10 just giving more color on what we have, like what we're going to go over in this call. So really it's just like saying like this. I don't know, from I'm kind of talking from an aesthetic view as well in this, in like what color am I trying to say or give to them.
I hear you. I'm thinking.
The way I was looking at it is wanting to be conversational in that same exact manner that like we were having a conversation, like saying, yo, we just met, got your financials. This is what we're about to do next. I want to speak to you just like, because you're a vision guy, you're a builder, you don't really want to see me just like talk to you in a super professional way. Like I wanted to be professional, but I wanted to just be like, here's what we did. This is what you got for us. And then this is what we have to do next in order to give you this. Because that's the whole reason why you're getting on a call with me, because I'm telling you that I have either the right connection for you, the direction for you. Yeah, I either have the right connection for you or the right direction for you. Like that's what I have. So you're getting on the call to get clear on that right direction for you or the right connection for you.
Okay, let's see what Claude has. Oh, I do want to see. I know that I'm just curious how the content engine, the output, how that looked, and we are at 130. But I told you guys that we would show you the content engine stuff first, so I want to obviously show you. Let's see if it's ready. I'm just gonna call Enrique real quick and ask him. Yo, I just wanted to ask real quick. Did the content engine finish creating the thing? Yeah. How's it look?
Oh, you're on the phone.
Yeah, just call Enrique real quick. Well, we're about to. Yeah, I mean it's 1:30. So, but I told them we'd show them. So I want to just get to show them still.
Dang.
10 minutes. Yeah, that's fine. We'll
We started late. We started late.
And whose fault was that? Mine.
Hey, no, it was all us. It was all us. Like I wanted to really roll into here, you know.
Yeah, you got 10. You're good. Just join when you're ready. All right.
Yeah, because I want to be able to give them clarity here too. Like I don't want to cut this off short where we're at.
We're here for you.
Okay. You want to hear where I have?
Yeah, go. What you got?
Oh wait, no. It's like talking to me. Intro call. Do we want to work together? Let's discuss, diagnose your business. This is what we're building. Okay, so the intro call is, do we want to work together? Let's diagnose your business. And then also, so Operation Deep Dive is let's diagnose your business. And then also what we're building. You know what I mean? Like, so we want to work together. You gave me your financials. Now we're diagnosing where you're at. And then like highlighting a bit about what we're about to give you more, like giving you a little bit more color on what we're about to give you, because we already told you that on why you want to work with us anyways. And then assessment review, here's your path forward, clarity. So working with okay, what's missing? Why should they want to spend 60 minutes on this? Emotional hooks, differentiation, positioning tension, or strategic. How do we make them excited about getting their business diagnosed, assessed, growth discovery?
Okay, so we need them to be excited and anticipate the call more, which we do by highlighting the value of the time spent. So let's spend less room on the page talking about the 10 areas and more about the
Ooh, the operator's X-ray. We're operators, not advisors. This isn't consultants audit. This is operators diagnosis and finds what's actually broken and fixable. But I don't want to like sell them again like they're sold. I just want to like build on it, you know, in a conversation professional way. Because I'm selling you. We're selling the entire time. It's always sales, but I don't want it to feel like sales. I want it to feel. I hate to say it, consulting, but like we are also an extension of you. You know, we understand you. We're here with you. We just need a sexy name. The 4-quarter system is tough. I want to change. I want to like have a sexy name.
For this call or for what?
Yeah, for everything.
I just think about it in the frame of how we're showing up from the beginning, like acquisition growth partners. So anything related to acquisition or growth, that is like, yeah, the 4-quarter system doesn't say that, but it does paint a clear picture. Oh, this is going to happen in 4 quarters. Cool.
Yeah, and it just clearly aligns the 4-quarter system, like, and the value levers within it. Like, it just makes sense. It's intuitive. But like the assessment game plan, like if the 4 quarters game plan, like saying, I don't know, something that maybe potentially aligns with the 4-quarter system. But the assessment has to have its own play call, its own name. Like, yeah, we can say the 10 value levers, but fuck, everybody says 10 value levers.
10 growth points. 10. I mean, the value matrix is also really overplayed. But I mean, I don't know how it's probably overplayed to us because we're doing deep research in this space. But I'm knowing the owners that we're already talking to. It's not like they're also like, oh god, looking like, oh well, this company offered me a value matrix, and this company offered me a 10 value lever report, and this company offered me a value indicator score. Like, we're here to figure out exactly what your business is worth. Okay, now you're getting a little bit hostile towards the brokers, and the real number stuff. And we need to same thing at the sub headline. We're going to figure out exactly what your business is worth and what needs to happen to get where you need to go. I liked the earlier, more subtle. We're going to know exactly the value of your business now, and where more value could be created, or whatever you were saying before. I don't know. The real number. Yeah, I mean, I think you can just dig deeper and try to embody the ICP a bit more, and just set clear expectations that build anticipation, but also make it clear like what is happening, why are you showing up, what are we going to do so that we can get it done. We don't need to give too much detail. It should be still very scannable, so don't favor being wordy just for the sake of being wordy. Like, let's be concise and valuable. Every word we use should be adding value to this so that they know exactly where they're going. And again, it needs to be framed like we're having a conversation. Like, literally the landing page copy itself needs to be conversational, which it looks like you already are doing, which is good. But just challenge yourself and think critically, and then give me the final landing page copy, please. Yes, we build all of our stuff by talking to AI. This is like the other half of the day. I'm either talking to business owners, talking to our partners, or I'm talking to AI. And that is pretty much the majority of the day. Lots of data collection, and then that way when it's time to actually execute on a plan, it's like it's already well thought out and well processed. I'm not saying that we just won't take action at all. Like if we don't have all the answers, we'll still take action to be able to get the rest of the data we need to make a clear decision. But if it takes us an hour to work through the psychographics of our ICP and make sure that we have copy that's actually going to resonate, that hour is going to turn into an additional, 10% conversion. Okay, cool. Then it's worth it, right? By the end of our conversations, 10% is so valuable. Like when we meet with 100 businesses, right, and we get 10 more than we would have.
Where you at?
That's great.
Wait, are you answering questions in the chat?
No, just kind of, I guess, providing a little bit of context for why are we willing to sit here and talk to Claude for 30 minutes to an hour?
Yeah. Listen, we're also wanting to map this entire process out so that calls build authority and are on a clear agenda and everything is clear here. And then also for other people that step into these positions, they're able to do it also without help from us. If these processes were only mapped out in our own minds, then you don't have a business that's working well-oiled like a system. Your business isn't systemized. So we want it to be perfect. We want it to be aligned on every single step, and we understand every little nuance, nook and cranny of the business. So, and that's what people have to think when they're building. And that's another point to CGOs or people that want to come and partner with us, is that every single part of this business is mapped out. There are no questions. If you have a question, there is an answer, and that answer is already documented and put somewhere for you to review, to see, and to understand very clearly.
Speaking of which, I think I'm ready to make.
Ooh, you got it? You feel good?
Oh,
let me see.
I'm just clicking on random stuff. Yeah, I got you.
Oh, clip it, by the way.
Clip it. Documents. Oh, this. Okay, so this is no, that's not the right page. I need to create the new page first. Okay. /discovery. Okay. We need to make a new page called Discovery. Okay, let me just explain real quick to Lovable. Okay, this page is going to be, you can start by duplicating the /welcome page, and that page is just going to be like obviously the template, so you understand the style and the brand colors, etc. Yes, Sam?
I asked a strong question. Is the assessment the 4-quarter system, or is it separate?
Separate. So the assessment will be pretty much those value levers and
okay,
all that stuff.
I understand what you're thinking now. So yeah, I give you the assessment. I give you the entire assessment because we build the 4-quarter system around the assessment.
Correct. So if they choose path A, they don't even need to hear about the 4-quarter system. It's not relevant, right? They just need the assessment so that we can then introduce them to a broker and advisor. That's fine. If they choose path B, then we say, awesome. So you want to grow. This is exactly what we would do to be able to grow your valuation over the next 12 months. Here's the 4-quarter system.
That's kind of tough.
Why?
That's kind of, so wait, so we're building both. We highlight this, we highlight the assessment, and then we sell the 4 quarters.
If we have to, like only if they choose path B. I don't like, we should already know before this point
where they're at,
what they're going to choose, but we still should have the resources prepped just in case they get that assessment back. They see a number, and in their head at that moment, they're like, well, I'm a few $1 million short of what I really would want. And that's the kind of a conversation we want to have, is like, what do you really want here? Like, if you walked away with $5 million for your business today, would you be happy? If so, let's do that. But if you're not happy at 5 million and you want to walk away with 8, this is what it would look like. So,
okay. So this is great. This is great content right here, because there's so much clarity here. So, boom. I'm doing the assessment. We go over the assessment because I send the assessment to you. However, in the second call, we are also going over the 4-quarter system, which is tough.
The second,
I would say,
no, this is a third call. So intro call.
yeah, this is the
discovery
third call. This is the third call.
assessment.
That's what I'm saying. In the third call, I'm going over the assessment
Yes.
and then also selling the 4 quarters rather than, because I was trying to
Yes.
grouping those together in my mind as to saying the assessment is the path forward, because from the 4-quarter perspective, that usually happens once I get to see inside.
We'll have at that point we'll have enough to be able to say, because we have their
That's
financials
why-
and their whole operation.
That's why I was saying the 3 levers, like the first thing that we would focus on is what I'm selling to get you through.
4-quarter system, right? If they
So I'm
choose
selling
path,
quarter 1.
yeah, exactly. Sell them on quarter 1. Still make sure they're clear. Like, hey, this is what's going to happen to get you there. This is where we start, and we can start our engagement with the first quarter to be able to initiate and whatever. But that again is only if they choose path B, which we should already before that call know what they're going to choose, path A or path B. But we should be prepped for either one just in case. If they choose path B, we should know that by 15 or 20 minutes into the call. Right, so this assessment review call should be scheduled for an hour. That way, in 20 minutes, we can go through it, answer any questions, and then at the end of that 20 minutes, say, path A, path B, great, path B, awesome. This is what I want to do for you. Now that we have clarity on exactly where your business is at, and you know that I know where you need to go, this is how we would do it. I already went ahead and put together the roadmap for exactly what we'll do in your business. This is what quarter 1 would look like, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. We're going to focus on quarter 1, where we're going to improve these 3 specific levers. And when you see that value, yeah, I guess in there, and then the transition would be something like, that's where we'll focus to start, but we want to take you all the way through to your goal of 8 million.
Right. And to give context to these people, like, this is what we've done. Like, we have these conversations with owners, but the reason why we're talking about it here live, and it seems like we're just building out, because we are building out from scratch the assets and the copy, because we've been bifurcated before, and now it's like coming together to align the methodologies and wanting to show you guys how that process actually looks as well. Yeah. But okay, let's to get back to that.
It's been the Wild West out here, pretty much. It's like we're just out here gunslinging and going to have these conversations and figuring out what works. But now, like, that's all data collection. Like, bringing all that data back here to be able to create a very clear path forward is like the value of continuous iteration. Because we're going to come back and do this again in 2 weeks, and then we're going to come back and do it again in another 2 weeks. Like, the same way that we've been iterating on this client acquisition system for 2 years, right? So it's constant iteration. There's never going to be a point where we stop having literally this exact conversation about how do we frame everything, how do we guarantee that the seller experience is optimized, because every conversation counts.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So bottleneck here is, do I have enough information to show the 4-quarter system, and what value are you not getting on this? Well, no, that's the wrong question to ask, because we are they see the value through the 4 quarters, and the value of us doing the 4 quarters as well. I'm just curious on because we already know they're coming through path B. They just want to know if they want to know where they're at. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank right here. I'm just like thinking a lot. Let me read before, because after it goes on you. I'm gonna get some clarity here. Continue. I want to see what you come up with.
Okay, I'm about to copy and paste this thing in there, so. I'm going to make small tweaks once it's already on the page. Why do I have two lovables up? Oh, one's working on the boot camp. I should not do these both at the same time. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Last 3 years of tax returns. Last 3 years of profit and loss statements. Any outstanding debt or loan documentation. List of current assets. Last 3 years of tax returns. Last 3 years of profit and loss statements. That should be enough. We do this all the time. Yeah, let me just double check. I feel like there's something that is escaping me mentally right now. So just setting again expectations for like what should we already have and what do we still need to get. I'm just gonna submit this now and then I'll just start making little tweaks. Because I can always edit some more. Perks of using AI to edit all of your landing pages. Easy to just iterate quickly. We're rolling. Dude, the sun came out and it's absolutely beautiful. As soon as we finish this live, I am stepping outside. I'm going to take a couple deep breaths of fresh air. I'm going to breathe, drink some water, and then I'll lock back in. But the sun is absolutely shining. There's a lady that runs every day, which is so inspiring. Hello, lady running.
So I asked a question. Oh, Enrique, one moment. But I asked a question just saying, okay, because like today my call is for capital advisory, finding money. However, he did talk about how there were some issues with operations, marketing, et cetera, et cetera. So that type of call is different because it's what are you planning on doing with the money that we get you? Oh, we're actually showing you what you can do with the money that we get you as well. And once we get you the money, then that turns into working capital as to the money that you pay us to be able to implement that plan forward. Or is it strictly money success fee? Because like I do see some crossroads between growth and selling where that turns into a cross-sell opportunity, and capital advisory and growth operating. So I'm just curious if that needs to be two separate calls as to where the assessment/growth call comes into play. Because am I on the capital advisory side? Those questions change. Of course, I'm still looking internally into your business because I have to know all these things to be able to find money, because those are all the questions that the money guys are going to ask. But it's not as cut and dry as, okay, I want to sell my business. Okay, cool. This is what people will pay for your business. It's more so, okay, here's how much your business is worth. I see this is like, it's the lending. Like whenever you go try to get money from the bank, you have to tell them what you're going to do with that money. So like, are we also going to be very clear and help them build out what they will do with that money and then implement ourselves into that picture as well? Or is it straight?
This is a capital advisory call. Where did the conversation start? Like how did they end up in the pipeline here? And what was
they're reached out to within our construction, like blue collar list, and they're builders. So they know that they can operate at more capacity. So there's land acquisition, procurement, there is building spec homes and custom builds, and they can operate up to 10 projects at a time. But they also want to build out their own platform and who they are in client acquisition and get more deal flow. And they understand that they need systems for that, but they also need capital in order to do the land acquisition, to do the builds, to operate at more capacity
then
as well.
They're on two sides. They're looking for investors and they're just looking to grow. Right,
Exactly.
But there's two paths for growth. So they're looking for investment capital and they're looking to have better operating systems. I would prioritize the one that gets you paid first
But
and the
but
most.
the easiest, but the conjunction of those two things are the capital turns into working capital, because like I give you capital, success fee, plus that capital is also used to pay me internally to implement the system for growth.
Yeah, so this is what I would do is I would frame it around whatever the thing they're more excited about, which is likely
Well,
investment,
no,
right?
yes, I understand from like the strategic point of view, but I'm talking about from the growth discovery call
Yeah,
angle,
that's what I'm
because
you're
this would be like two different pages,
no,
whether
it's the
they
same. Either way, the growth discovery call is so that we can create the assessment. The assessment is going to be our foundations, whether they choose path A or path B. And this unique situation, it's not even that really unique. It's just a mix of path A and path B. They're looking to sell a portion right now so that they have the capital to grow, but really they're looking to grow. So it's
right, but majority buyout situations and minority growth capital are two separate angles. And
they're looking. I'm assuming they're looking for minority growth capital.
exactly, these guys are looking for minority growth capital. So these are two separate angles. It's like there's path A,
But the
there's path
assessment's the
B,
same regardless.
and there's path C.
There's no
I was
difference.
seeing three silos.
I don't think there's any real difference in our process of how we handle a majority buyout or minority growth capital. Either way, we need to introduce an advisor and a broker who can help bring in that capital and negotiate the deal. Because regardless of who's coming in,
Not from
somebody has
a
to negotiate the deal.
not from a minority growth capital perspective. There's no license there. You can source capital. We can outreach to investors directly. It's only from a majority buyout situation, I believe.
So you're saying we would skip the broker.
Advisor. Yeah, and we would build a list and send it out to our contacts and high net worth individuals to.
Why would we not? I mean, I would still just go because right, somebody is going to have to broker that transaction.
I don't think so from a capital advisory. I think the way that it's been
You might be right.
advertised is that you don't need to be licensed to be able to have a capital advisory.
I just gotta answer this call real quick. I'm sorry. Yes. Yeah. Did you call him?
Enrique, do you want to show us the video?
Yeah.
I can check real quick. Go ahead, Enrique.
Looks ugly. Oh my goodness. What is this? It's not embarrassing because it's the first.
Is first.
Is the first iteration. Okay. An issue here. The preset. Coming from Clap. So just so you guys, I'm just gonna give you awareness, Harrison. Just so you know also like the whole process.
Yeah, I just did. I told him that you were trying to call. Yeah, no, you're good. Thank you for calling me. I'll see you later. Shoot him a text real quick just to make sure he actually calls you. All right.
We'll give you 30 short.
So I need to make sure first it has to be a preset that just gets structured correctly. So if you can see here, the preset is set as default.
Yeah.
This should be like, we should be selecting like the right frame split. Okay. So either this or that. Okay. Trajan, I was saying that it looks kind of ugly. It is the first iteration. As far as like letting the AI do the whole process. So first, I was just explaining Harrison that the frame was as. Look at this. But yeah.
Cool. Can we see it?
Yes. And it's using similar patterns. Oh my goodness. Okay. We're making the AI figure it out where to place those B-rolls. So the AI decided to make A B-rolls for this short form, and this is all the short forms. Well, this is the images Oh my goodness. that we created from our presets, and then these presets became videos. And the videos are just very simple, very attractive. They just make the short form turn into something like very
I mean,
Nice.
I think the bigger. I mean, I think visually it doesn't look bad at all. I like
Yeah.
it visually. Maybe the frames were a little off, but that wasn't crazy. I really think it's just like using a more engaging clip is a more important part. So how did
I think
True.
like that?
I think prompts are the moat in this. Like
Yes, prompts are.
who has the best prompts wins at this automation game here. So it's just like figuring out like what these other guys are doing to make like even just normal viral content, like and the presets
bro.
and doing that. And you saw some of the simple ones that I sent you that were like that still get good engagement that I could tell were automated and AI like text box in them. But yeah, this is a great start.
I would highly recommend connecting with Garlene. He just DM'd me actually earlier and asked if the client acquisition systems can be used to find video AI clients for his video AI stuff, because like that is their whole niche.
Yes.
Thanks. So we're doing both.
Doing who? Us? Him? Who?
We're doing client outreach and video AI.
I mean, we are, yes, but not for Gerlene's thing is his thing. He wants to use the system to get clients. Obviously, our system gets clients, but the overlap is obviously he has value in being able to create really great AI videos. So if we can provide some value to him, he'll gladly provide value to us. Fortunately, this is somebody who was one of the very first subscribers on my YouTube channel 2 years ago and actually did the stuff that we talked about. Like he actually launched his voice AI systems and he was well compensated for the skills that he learned. And he has credited some of his growth. Again, he's done a fuck ton by himself, which I really appreciate, but he personally did credit some of that growth to me. And I'm very appreciative of that. The point is value has already been created and I like him, he likes me, and he already knows you, Enrique, so it should be a conversation that's easy to have. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, the whole infrastructure of this is nice. It's just that the prompts and
So
figuring out.
you think if you think you could ask somebody for some prompts?
Yeah, we'll ask.
Garlene, is that somebody? I don't know anybody who makes better AI videos. Like I've seen his stuff. He has whole commercials he's creating with AI. Like it's incredible.
Cool.
So
Super cool.
Cool.
let's leverage our network.
Yeah, I think that's a good wrap to the day.
Yeah, and I guess that's the last thing for us to get clarity on is again like if we want to.
Yeah, we gotta go have some conversation.
I mean, really, I'm gonna. Yeah, we'll just do a little research, but as far as I'm aware, I think there still needs to be a broker involved. But if not, then that's fine. Then you're right. Yes, there is a path C, which is you just want investment. Okay, great. Then strategic acquirer, and the only reason it's any different, the only difference there is just what are the expectations we're setting for the next call. Where if it's path A, we're setting expectations to meet with an advisor or a broker. If it's path B, we're setting expectations for us to work together to grow. If it's path C, we're setting expectations to go meet with we'll start to go look for capital partners that might be interested. So that one we would probably set like a check-in for 2 weeks out just to give us some time to like shop around and just give them assessments or updates over the next 2 weeks. And we're setting expectations to have they're going to be meeting with like a potential partner. So we'll figure it out. We might be able to keep it down to path A and path B. We might have to add a path C. That's all. Boy, oh boy. What a lovely 2 hours to spend together. Grateful that you all were here participating. It was really nice to meet some new people here today. Thank you for the chats and being active in the chat today. Mostly Peter. Thanks for hanging out, asking some good questions, and for showing up. You are taking action, which we absolutely love. We are going to still obviously be doing the boot camp on Saturday, where we're literally going to just lay out this entire system start to finish for you. Give you access to the system itself. You'll also have access to our latest client acquisition system already set up for you. Scripts, prompts, like literally you're going to get this thing copy and paste, and you'll see clearly what is this full business model and how are we leveraging this team, leveraging this collective, and really pooling our resources to be able to buy, scale, and sell 100 AI powered businesses, build $1 billion business portfolio, and fund regenerative communities worldwide. We want to do it together. That's why we're doing these lives every day, so that we can do it together with people. All right. So come hang out. If you're questioning whether or not it's a good fit, all of your answers will be provided during the boot camp, and you're going to walk away with substantially more value than your investment. Like at least genuinely like a 100x return on the investment you could be making. And I'll guarantee that. If you want your money back, I'll give it back. But no, this is ridiculous. So don't miss it. Saturday, October 18th. Saturday, October 18th, 10:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. That's what I was trying to say. We'll see you there. Much love to you. Grateful. Be in the school community, ask your questions there, hang out, start networking, make some friends, because that's how all of this has come together, is by networking and making the right friends, and you know, really just being people that like other people and want to connect with other people. Start there. It doesn't have to be a crazy ask or like, hey, like spill your entire life. Just share some details about who you are, what you're interested in, and you'll start to attract the right resources you need, the right people, the right places, the right opportunities. That's my tip to you today. If you've not done so already, take a deep breath. Drink some water. And remember, you are loved, you are blessed, and you're going to have a great day. Peace.